Hi, everybody. Oh, you might not be able to see me. Hold on. Let me click this button in the top right. There I am. Hi, everyone. Now you can see me as part of the tiled view. So you may have noticed when you logged into Google Meet recently that there is a new and unfamiliar button that opens up some new and very exciting features that are now available to Mount Lebanon teachers as part of our new agreement to be a Google Education Enterprise District. So I wanted to talk to you a little bit about what those features are and how they might be useful to you in your classroom. So this new button at the top right-hand corner of your screen is the Activities menu, and you can see there are 3 new choices that up until now were not available to us, but now they are. Q&A gives users or students the ability to ask questions live during a meeting and gives you as the teacher the opportunity to respond. Polls give us the ability to take as it says here, a quick pulse formative assessment, checking students' ideas and opinions in a poll format so that we can see and share the results of those questions. Finally, there are breakout rooms, which I know is very exciting for Mount Lebanon teachers. So let's dive right in and see what we can do with each of these new features. When Q&A is enabled, we give students the opportunity to ask questions live during a class. So as the teacher, if I turn on Q&A, any questions that students ask are going to appear in this menu. I have the ability to turn that switch on and off to allow or disallow those questions. I can filter the questions I see. I can see all questions. I can only see those that I have not yet answered. I can filter and just see the questions I have answered. And I can also show questions that I've hidden from the rest of the class. Questions can be organized according to when they were posted. We can have the oldest first, or we can have the newest questions pop up at the top, or we can sort by popularity, which is a function of the upvote feature that we'll get into in just a moment. Students have the ability to add a question during class. Once that question is posted, then I, as the teacher or host of the meeting, have a couple of options available to me. I can choose to hide that question, which means that the rest of the class will not be able to see that particular question until I reveal it to them. If in the course of class I answer that question verbally, I can mark that question as answered to let myself and my class know that that question has been addressed. I have the ability to delete a question, which removes that question from the view of my class as well as from my personal view as the teacher. The upvote feature is kind of a unique way for students to interact with questions. Maybe someone asks a question that is really insightful or interesting. Maybe someone asks a question that the rest of the class simply would like to have the teacher address. What students and the teacher can do is click this thumbs up button and upvote that particular question. Doing so indicates to the teacher and the rest of the class how interested the class is in that question, and it also helps that question to move up the popularity list if that's how you are choosing to organize questions. Also important to note that teachers have the ability to ask a question themselves. I'd love to hear from some Mount Lebanon teachers and anyone else who is watching, understand how you might use or have used the Q&A feature in your own class. Polls are useful for getting, as it says here, a quick pulse of what the class is thinking. We can use this for formative assessment, gathering student opinions, all kinds of features. So, as the host, if I want to start a poll, I have the ability to craft a question. I can add several additional options in addition to the 2 that are available here. Once you've crafted your poll with all of the options that you want students to have available to them, you can then save that poll, and it will save that poll in your list, and you can then launch it later so that it is visible to students. Doing so allows you to edit that question if you want to make any changes before you launch it. Once that question is launched, then that question becomes live for students, and students have the ability to respond and let you know what they think. During that live polling, as well as at the end of the poll, you can flip this switch to show everyone in class the results if you want them to see how their peers responded. Once you've gathered the responses that you want, you can click End of the poll. That poll is no longer live. And if you have turned this switch on, students in class will see the final results of your poll. Deleting the poll, hitting that trash can, will eliminate that poll from your list, and it will no longer be available for your students to view. As the host of the meeting, once the meeting concludes, you will be automatically emailed a report of any poll results that you have initiated. So consider, how might you use polling as part of your own class? A feature that I know teachers in my district have been waiting for that is now available to us is Breakout Rooms. Clicking that pencil sets up Breakout Rooms. As many as 100 breakout rooms can be added in any one meeting. Breakout rooms themselves can be renamed according to your needs. Once you've renamed those breakout rooms according to your needs, adding students is pretty easy. From the main room, you can drag individual students into a particular breakout room in order to add them, or you can simply begin typing the name of that student and their name will appear, and you can add them that way. Students can be shuffled from one group to the other simply by dragging or by typing. If you would rather have Google Meet create breakout rooms for you automatically, clicking the shuffle button will assign those students randomly and evenly distribute them as much as possible to the number of breakout rooms that you have decided to create. Teachers have the option of creating a timer. That timer will give us a set amount of time that breakout sessions will last. You can customize that according to your needs. By default, it is set to 30, but obviously you can set that however you would like. Once that timer begins to run out, students will get notification of how much time is remaining. Hitting the clear button will reset everything, so everyone returns to the main room and you can start over. Once students are assigned to those breakout rooms to your liking, you can click Open Rooms, and your students are sent a notification, an invitation, that they are to join the breakout room to which they have been assigned. Now, once those breakout rooms begin, you as the teacher remain in the main call, but you can click any one of these buttons to join that breakout room, and you will be sent to that meeting automatically. If you are finished working with a particular group, you can simply click Leave, and that will send you back to the main room, or you can switch to one of the other breakout rooms that you have created. During breakout room sessions, at the top of the screen, students have the ability to ask you for help. Clicking on that Ask for Help button leads to a pop-up button that gives you the option to, with one click, join that meeting. And until you join that meeting, there will be a notification within that breakout room telling you that that student needs your assistance. With one click, you can join that breakout room and provide the help that your students need. Once I'm ready to call students back to the main room, I can just close the rooms, and students are notified that in 30 seconds, those breakout rooms are closing. The same will be true if you put a timer on your meetings. At the 30-second mark, students will get a countdown telling them that it's time to come back to the main room. So I know these are features that we've been waiting for a while in Mount Lebanon. If you have any questions or you need any help, as always, please let me know.